Welcome. Hello. Sup Shredders. My name is Wow. Whoa, 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 whoa. Welcome. Hopefully you guys are all good. Please let me know if you can see me. Then we shall get into proceedings. Once I know that you can see me on the screen. I keep clicking the wrong thing. Here we go. So that goes here. And that goes here. And that goes here. And then that thing goes here. Eh. There we are. We should be live now, I think. I'm going down. Awesome. Sup, who do we have in the chat? Welcome to a BAND-MAID fan request live stream. If you're a fan of BAND-MAID, we can share some music from BAND-MAID here today. Listen through it, enjoy it, do some reviews of it, etc. I will make myself small. So we have BAND-MAID on the screen. Who have we got in the chat? Who have we got in the chat today? We got BM for Life. Hello, BM for Life. How are you doing? So yesterday, Dazed and Confused, and Roger Chance, as well as, who else do we have? Dave, MVP of BAND-MAID. Hello. How's everyone? You doing well today? Hopefully you're having a great day. So basically, what you can do is you can request a song in the live chat that you want, and I will add it to the, I will do it. We'll request it. We'll hear it. That's how this live stream is going to work. And it should be good, I hope. I hope. Unless there are any surprises, but it's okay. We can cope with surprises when they come. What songs should we check out today? It's not via Ko-fi, by the way, like the other one. You can just literally just put it in the chat. Like, just here. Good morning. And who do we have here? Oh, yes. We're giving it a moment as well, I think. Video good, audio good, good to go. Absolutely, thank you very much. Cheers. Looking forward to checking out some, maybe, like, if we want to check out a song we've already heard before, it's good today. Maybe some new stuff. It's totally up to you, though. Just gonna check if there are captions on this. If there are not, they will be after it. Are there captions? There are no closed captions for this. It's okay. We will cope. We will cope with this. Requesting Blooming OMV. Okay. No shout out. We've also got Polska Bob. Welcome, Polska Bob. And BAND-MAID fan ATL. Chris Blooming OMV. And Anik. I'm not sure how to say it. This is Cyrillic, isn't it? This is Cyrillic. I'm not sure how to say it, but just making sure. So who do we have? We have Bubble from Dazed and Confused. Request Blooming OMV. We've got Start Over. Flying Hypo. Okay. Please. Okay, I'm gonna put here, please format as BAND-MAID song if able. Thank you. Real Existence Live. Oh. Wait, how do I pin that? I want to get past the it's okay. If we type BAND-MAID, then name, I can find it on YouTube probably. But we've got, who have we got first? Dazed and Confused with Bubble. Sup, Beck and Noib, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Bubble. So this is the first track for today. BAND-MAID Influencer, thank you. Awesome. Here we got BAND-MAID Influencer. Awesome. Let's just get started with some Bubble, eh? Got an ad. Beyond that, this is not who we're here to say. Thank you, BAND-MAID fan ATL. Put this here as well. Boom. Keep you on top of it. There we go, you guys can see it now. And who is this? Who is this that recommended? Thank you, Dazed and Confused, for this request. I appreciate it. Let's continue. See, let's just make it full. Yeah, we'll make it full. No, but I'm big. There we go, leave it like that. It's fantastic how it comes up like that as well. And fantastic lead into a solo section here.
Hey, listen. After everything, you only see the surface. They are missing something very important. You should find out the truth.
It's okay.
What do you want? It's better.
I'm gonna keep the subtitles on just in case we have like any songs that do. But that's okay though, it's all good either way. Still enjoying it. I mean, it was just so slick, wasn't it? You're a legend, Bubble. That was a fantastic performance. Round Stones. I really appreciate the effort that BAND-MAID put into this track. It's titled Bubble, right? I like the effervescence of a lot of the guitarists within it. The really bright kind of lead parts there across the choruses, the use of octave chords and power chords on the guitar parts there. The bass line rolling along the drums being nice and assertive in the mix as well, which are great. The vocals, though, are tremendous. Now, as I remember, we've got Sayuki as well as Miku, if I'm not mistaken. Did they handle a lot of the vocal duties in this from our chat yesterday? Also got Konami as well as Akane and Misa, but like, I think that they all pull together really neatly here. There was a great sort of like a range of different grooves on the drums present as well. There going between. It was a tribute to the movie Bohemian Rhapsody. Apparently, that's dope. That's cool. I think it does quite well. It has a great pace to it. The vocals are elegant, and there's a bit of edge to a lot of the guitar tones and stuff like that, which works well with the way that we're singing. And I think the guitar riffs are really sort of like funky as well, with the flow of the legato patterns and stuff like they're playing on the strings there. Overall, really exciting piece there. Giving the instrumental parts plenty of room to shine, whilst highlighting the strength of the singers involved. And also the pace and how the clarity of the vocal performance in those chorus and verse parts with the different expressions were great as well. It's a cool song. There's a lot going on in a lot of these pieces, but I appreciate the attention to detail on behalf of BAND-MAID and everyone else that they're working alongside. It's a Psyche. Thank you. Appreciate that, Psyche. That's awesome. BAND-MAID with Bubble. It's a great start. I'd like some of their. Yeah, that's good. Thank you. Who was that as well that put that forward? That was Dazed and Confused. Dazed and Confused. Thanks for your request. Thanks for that request for Bubble. I appreciate it. It was good times. I also want to give a shout out to the super chats. Thank you to M and P of BM for your super chat. I really appreciate it. That's a very cute hippo there. That's really awesome. Celebrate the 5th super on live stream. That's dope. Appreciate that. As well as Polska Bob for $10. Thank you also to Polska Bob for that. I appreciate that. I'm just going to check where we're up to. So I think there's BM for Life with Moratorium. Who else do we have? Again, we have Corallium from David Penny. I appreciate that as well. Miku 10K guitar, fantastic version a few months. So specifically an acoustic version of this one. So because if that's the case, that's pretty cool. We got BAND-MAID fan ATL Daydreaming. That's dope. Yep, we talked about the subtitles before. David Penny Warning MV. Tribute to a Bohemian Rhapsody movie. That's fantastic. BAND-MAID Turn Me On, not on their official channel. It should be the first video when you search for YouTube. Thank you, Becca Noib. I appreciate that. Puzzle as well from Lil John. Okay, I'll add that too. Thank you very much. And I was at the same concert as Becca. That's cool. It's great. So do you guys have a favorite song that you guys listening to when you go to concerts? Or because I imagine a lot of these are pretty dope, eh? This was a tribute to the movie Bohemian Rhapsody. Yep, that's good. By the way, the video, yep, to Freddie Mercury. That's interesting there. I think that's everyone though, right? What do we have next? We have BAND-MAID ATL with request Blooming OMV from BAND-MAID. Track number 2 for today. Awkward Life, thank you. Thanks also for your request. Cool. So this is gonna be track number 2, the Blooming OMV. Let's go. What do we got?
And we're back. The team is looking down the barrel of a 4:55 meeting.
Can they turn it around and make this meeting an email?
Jones is
Blooming. I mean, it's glorious, isn't it? With the double kick and the lead lines on the guitars. Thank you, Beck and Noib. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you, Alex. I appreciate that. Fantastic range for the tapping on the guitar here as well. So that's the power of harmonized vocals right now. They sound so gorgeous. I want to say something that's potentially going to be, I see it as a compliment. I think the reason why when I reviewed the first song today, it was kind of like a little bit haphazard is because with BAND-MAID, this is from Blooming, by the way. Thank you to BAND-MAID, fan ATL for putting this forward. There is just so much to talk about, but like, it's like trying to figure out how much to talk about in a way that's relevant without oversaturating it so that everyone gets their tracks heard today. Clearly, I think the song is about someone who is kind of like, again, they're talking about being burnt out by the love game and they're wanting to sort of like bloom and get past that situation. They're going to sing more. They're going to keep pushing forward with their music and what they want to accomplish. But they're just kind of talking about the situation they're in and the kind of the struggle and the end goal at the same time. That's the interpretation of it, like the story-wise that I got from that. The vocals, not just from Saiki, but also from Miku as well. Working together, especially that interlude part were beautiful. I appreciated the rhythm guitar work as well. Some of that stuff was really hectic. The lead guitar parts with the tapping and it was just absolutely insane. They're tremendous like precision with those tap parts on lead guitar from Kanami, if I'm not mistaken. There, Akane on the drums just absolutely just blew it away. Like those tom parts, the intricacy of those drum fills and those beats there was just ridiculous. The double kick technique was incredibly tight. And I think the bass work as well, having their own sort of like feet and foot in the game there, Misa, with just a whole bunch of interesting bass note patterns and not just sticking with the root notes, but also rolling around the fretboard and really making the most of it. It's a tremendously well-written track, and it's an incredibly difficult track to play. It's really technical, but they pulled it off really well and tightly. Fantastic overall feel to the track there, really uplifting, energetic, and kind of makes you want to keep going up and up and up. And the studio recording, mixing, mastering was commercial grade. I think we've found ourselves now. I think I found myself now. We're into the groove with these conclusions, and I appreciate again being able to review it. They just have more and more of these incredible pieces of music, and they're clearly very good at what they do. So thanks again to BAND-MAID fan ATL for that. I appreciate that. That was Blooming. Just make sure I haven't missed any tracks here. We've got BAND-MAID fan ATL Sayonakidori. I'm going to take my time with these as well, make sure I pronounce them properly. Glad to hear that the Tokyo BM Warning concert was amazing, Becca. Thelma Maddox, up Thelma, welcome to the live stream. I see the song Endless Story of a BAND-MAID. At least try the live version on the channel. Thanks for watching here from the Philippines. Thank you for coming along. I appreciate it. Dan Nelson says the acoustic versions are all fantastic. Moratorium live zip, thank you very much, Polska. I appreciate that. Liked and sub, thank you, Becca and Alex, of course. Just play all of Conqueror. Yeah, I've heard that Conqueror is a pretty phenomenal album. The song was in the Netflix. This is BM for Life here. The song was in the Netflix movie Kate with the song Choose Me, and BAND-MAID made a cameo in the movie. Would you recommend seeing the movie Kate? Do you think it'd be worth going to check it out? Alex says, I missed their acoustic concert in Tokyo this spring. My vacation ended up one day before the concert. That is a shame. Hopefully you get another chance to see it if they get the opportunity to do so, you know. Yes, I've been trying to keep on track with the additions. I appreciate that. Thank you, Alex, for putting that track forward as well. We've got that as well. The quick vocals are probably the part that they miss most when they play it live. Yeah, Dave, I as someone who's like also worked with singers, like it's incredibly difficult to get those words through clearly in those faster sections. But I appreciate the fact that it was in the first song as well. We had their bubble. There were some fast words that were in the chorus part. Just the fact that they're getting them in there at all in a way that which makes melodic and rhythmic sense is incredible. Still better than Moi at pronouncing that. Polska Bob. I'm just making sure I didn't miss it. So Polska, if you're watching this right now, Polska, you are you are sure I added yours. If I have, I'll own it. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Hang on, let me figure this out real quick. I swear we'll get into the next track soon. So that was more after Moratorium. Oh, cool. No, that's fine. So actually, Polska Bob, we're all good, bud. We're all good, Polska Bob. It'll be okay. We got you. Thank you for telling me. I'm glad that I checked that out. Polska Bob. It will go here. There we go. So you're after man. Moratorium. So you're after BAND-MAID Moratorium here. Here you go. Because then after that, it was David Pinney after that. Good. We're all good. We figured it out. We're all sorted. Everyone's cool. We got this. Thank you. Awesome. Let's do it. All right. So what's the third track there? It's is it Start? From Dazed and Confused? Start Over? This one here? I'm gonna go with that. Thank you. Thanks for your request. They are the same song request. They are Request Blooming. Start Over. Moratorium. Start Over. Good. We good.
And welcome back to this U.S. Open office plan.
We good. We got it, guys. We're all good.
Jones's had you.
All right. On to Start Over. Got it. All good. Oh, piano. We haven't really had much piano in these, eh? A little bit softer than what I've had recently, yeah. It is poppier for sure, but I don't mind it. Cool use of distortion with the vocals there. Yeah, that was an interesting film there. I mean, it looks horrific there. Shot with everything broken like that. I just want to take a quick look through the video there. You get the feeling that this is about someone potentially like from what I can tell from the people in the video, they sound like they're having a really horrific time. Like they're in a relationship, but they're feeling the need to go back to each other as if they can't escape each other. Am I getting that right, or am I misinterpreting it? Thank you to Dazed and Confused for requesting Start Over, by the way, from BAND-MAID. If I look away from the track here, it's beautiful to have the piano at the start. I appreciate the fact that I emailed him Link. I appreciate the piano at the start. It's great to have a change in texture when you're familiar with the band's sort of common setup, primarily because it offers range, and I think piano is a softer sounding instrument in a lot of situations. So if you're discussing something a little more delicate and you really wanted to commit to that sort of poppy aesthetic, it can be quite effective. It was a beautiful melody as well, and I think it worked well with the glow of the octave chords and rhythm section of the guitars in this piece there. The vocals being a lot of the focal point there. It was great to have the chemistry and call and response between backing and mains, and then everyone harmonizing together. I enjoyed my time with listening through this track. It was a great performance, a more sort of like subdued, conservative performance from the drummers and lead guitarists and stuff like that. If you do Start Over, then can you throw in Rin? I mean, what have we got next? After this, I don't think that's... I think we'll Influencer after this, to be fair. We'll have a chat about that in a moment. But ultimately, I just think it was a tight performance instrumentally from this band there that was trying to approach their sort of music from another angle and maybe, again, explore more delicate subject matters lyrically, potentially. It's beautifully mixed and mastered. The studio recording is fantastic. And I think that it shows that they have range. Thank you to Dazed and Confused for that. It was a solid piece of music there that showed hope for the situation improving, even if there was an underlying sort of seriousness in a lot of the vocal parts and everything like that. But what have we got over after Dazed and Confused? I don't think that... Is Flying High a title of a song? I'm just trying to check that out. It is! So we got Flying High from Polska Bob. Thank you. I'm just going to quickly... Oh my... There's so many chats. Let me just quickly add this over. Moratorium. What else we got? Start Over. I think we've just done Start Over, to be fair. Let's Start Over at the end. So I'm going to keep a list of this, actually. Google Doc. So if we repeat a song, we won't do it twice. How about that, okay? Okay. So far, we have done Bubble. And we've done Blooming. And then we've just done Start Over. So that way, we keep track of stuff, and then we don't do duplicates. BAND-MAID from now on, that's cool. Fighting It, Subverting Expectations, fantastic. What do we got? Absolutely, I emailed him link. Language, yeah, exactly. Gotta watch out for those F words, man. You gotta watch out for your fucking language. Sorry, it's all good. And we can do Reen. We'll add Reen in there as well, okay? And Scream, which is the B-side start off with. Add that in as well. So we will avoid duplicates now. Live Zip, Secret My Lips. We're going okay for time. This is usually hello. Don't worry, Polska. It's in the order I received them. You will get your track. It'll be all good. Okay? Yeah. And I will. Well, this has been the busiest request session I've had in quite a while, and I appreciate it. Sup, Juan Manuel Fernandez? How are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. We have got well, your Polska's pick will be to done today. Don't worry, it'll be all good. So we've got Start Over, and then we've got Flying High. Here we go. Let's do it. Flying High. In fact, this is from Polska, Bob. So that's good. It's in the queue for your request. Request. There we go.
And we're back. The team is looking down the barrel of a
Flying High. And I'll add that to the list. Heavy as hell, innit? Heavy as hell. Does this have subtitles? It doesn't have subtitles. Fantastic triplet drum group there. Oh, fantastic solo section here.
Shall we?
And just going back to the refrain now. That was awesome. That was fantastic. Well done. No, I had a great time with that. This was a Flying High from BAND-MAID, requested by Polska Bob, with the understanding that Polska Bob does have another track coming up as well that I know that they paid for in a super chat. It'll be okay. We will check it out. Gonna have a quick talk about Flying High first. I think they did have fun with this one. You could tell there was a real kind of sassy edge to the vocals throughout this kind of rocky, bluesy track with a lot of different melodic tails in there and a great sort of bit of vocal fry and occasional distorted vocals for a bit of edge to them, you know. Yeah, they got a bit of a scream. There's some decent vocal fry in there, and it works well for the genre. There's like a harshness to it, but it was cool. It was really well done from everyone involved, really, including guitars, bass, and drums. There are lots of interesting bass lines in the low end as well as going up to the high end of the fretboard, like kind of like tremolo work there. It was great to be able to have that freedom within the song to be able to express the bass line like that. You know, it was nice and tight with the drums as well. They're really great double kick technique throughout a lot of this, but also showing a relative like consistency with the different cymbal patterns there, whilst knowing when to sort of shake things up, have some really interesting 16th note triplet drum fills in there as well. That was cool. And then again, we had like a really cool guitar solo there as well. Lots of fun sort of like tremolo pick stuff, some sweeps and bends, etc. All sorts of fun sort of toys to play with. Ultimately, a track where they really got to show off a lot of the vocal and guitar abilities with the bass line and drums sort of picking up as well. Fantastic sort of like they did sound like they were flying high, that they were confident in themselves and they knew exactly who they were and what they were wanting to accomplish there. Again, the bluesy intonation suggests a real sort of chicness to it. And his studio recording, mixing, mastering was pretty dope as well. It's fantastic. It's good. So, thank you again to Polska Bob for that. Who else do we have? More Conqueror, definitely Dazed Confused. Happy to do that. Manners, if not already done. Okay, add that here. I probably know Polska Bob, but it's not the same Polska Bob that I'm thinking about. It could be Roger. I'm not sure. Manners, Dazed and Confused. Manners, Black Hole Live. Adding that one too. Wonderland Live. We need some live stuff. Absolutely keen to do that as well. Beck annoyed. There's a neat alternate album cover with Miku sticking her long tongue out. Damn. That sounds raunchy, eh? I'm loving the emojis as well. They're good fun. Noisy Case is Reen live. We can probably look for Reen and we'll just find the version of Reen that's live or not. I mean, I don't know if you guys prefer the live or album version. I don't mind. Becca, you'll make a great carrot pigeon. That's dope. The Barefoot Assassin Po. Becca, BAND-MAID Community Discord. Damn. Thank you, Polska Bob. Don't worry. Giovanni, BAND-MAID. It's just the bass po. Becca, my girl crush. Moratorium. Yep, Polska Bob. Totally onto that. Don't worry. We will go there. It's all good. We definitely got it. I'm not messing with you. We will legitimately listen to it. It'll be okay. It will be okay. We will get through this together, okay? Thanks for the requests so far. It's been good fun, eh? We're going to the top of the queue. And then we're done Flying High. And then we've got a track, as I understand it, from Alex, titled BAND-MAID and its Influencer. Yeah. Oh, look, and there's a live version. Well, look at that. Boom, we chose
And
the video.
welcome back to this US
Cool.
Open office plan.
Miller just lobbed a message way over Jones's head using some technical.
I'm enjoying the music videos. Damn. Thank you to Alex for your request. The guitar playing is so intricate though. Oh, this is about social media, isn't it? Oh, that drum fill that was tight, dude. Oh, wow. So that again was the request from Alex, titled BAND-MAID an Influencer. That was amazing. That's probably one of my favorite tracks today. A few of the different reasons I liked it really quickly. One, I mean, I think it was talking about social media and influencers and kind of getting you need people to like you. Like the need of like the parasol, you know what it's like when like you're looking for affirmation from people, right? You know what I mean? I think that it's an interesting story there, and I would wonder what BAND-MAID how they feel about the amount of love they get, the kind of social media kind of influence and everything like that that they have as a band there, the kind of love, and how they feel about that kind of situation with stuff. I suppose that's them talking about it within this. But as a band, they are influencers, primarily not just because of the quality of vocal performance you have here, just in general, it's a tremendous effort because of not only the singing parts, but also the rapping and that kind of sort of trappish part where they completely sort of adjust like the flow of it. And they have bars, man, and those words come through so clearly, and the flow is phenomenal. And we had like kind of vocal fries, sort of scream parts in one track, a lot of belts and really interesting clean parts in another, and an influencer. We're going for that kind of rappish kind of stuff. I think it's dope. That bass solo though, that was feral. That was phenomenal. It was incredible, dude. I adore. Sorry, no track for BOK. Can't react to. Sorry. That's okay. That's all right. BAND-MAID is based, Polska Bob. What does based mean? Can someone please explain what based means? I'm like, what does that mean? Genuinely, I would like to know. I feel out of the loop. I think that the bass solo is absolutely tight, phenomenal. Sort of like just to focus in on that was a great sort of vibe shift throughout the track there. The guitar solo with the legato technique and the interesting sort of like phasey effect on it as well was a standout. Every person had their time to shine in here, and I think as a final note, it was just again managing to sort of combine all these different aspects structurally is not an easy thing to do, but they managed to make a catchy track which had all these different styles and solo passages and that make it all work together. And it was really sort of like intriguing, especially in 3.5 minutes. That's not a lot of time, and I definitely made the most of it. So thank you to Alex for your request. I really appreciate that. With Influencer, I'm just going to make sure I have not missed any of the ones. Live is always the best option. I will have to keep an eye on it. Sup Devin Galloway, welcome to the live stream. We've also got, who else do we have? Deep L. We have assign a name, title, etc. Welcome to the live stream. BAND-MAID, Roger Chance, Becker, Too Much Beer. Anyone seen P&D? Panic is probably need a photo collage to be okay. Probably Sleeping Moratorium. BAND-MAID is based. BAND-MAID Moratorium live at Zep Tokyo. Thank you, BM for live. Becca, BAND-MAID Community Discord. Based means the truth. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Polka Pop. That's very helpful for me. They do seem to know a lot of things. They know how to make great music at the very least. But what do we have next? We have BAND-MAID Without Holding Back from ATL. And Roger Chance, please take care of yourself. I do hope that you are drinking responsibly. Either way, I hope you are having a fantastic evening. It being late like that, I appreciate you all taking your time to come out to this live stream and listen to BAND-MAID with me. Come on, buddy, you can do it. You just got to press the down button. Here we go. We're good. We found it. Without Holding Back. Without Holding Back. Awesome, let's do it. Thank you, BAND-MAID fan ATL for this.
Wow, I just built the most amazing workflow on Monday.com.
You build your own workflow? Why?
Oh. See, just keeping the tension that much with the guitar parts is tremendous. So this is purely an instrumental, right? It's like that. It's just those little things like that where it kind of sounds like a vocalist going whoop like that. They do such a good job, man. Ooh, dedicated solo section. Dude, that was tremendous. They're such a phenomenal band. That was from BAND-MAID Fan ATL, their request titled Without Holding Back from BAND-MAID. This is really important to me as a music reviewer because I look at these guys and I think, oh, these ladies, and I think, man, they can play. They don't need a singer to hold the listener's attention. They can play incredibly well without that story element, without the spoken word. And I think that when, again, like I've been reading through the comments whilst I've been listening through this, and you see people talking about, oh, you know, like one person's playing the vocalist with the lead guitar, and then the other person's playing the lead guitar parts and the other one. They're creating an alt lead there that is just as meaningful as if there was someone singing it. And when you are playing an instrumental, you still need that. You still need a sense of direction through this. There are several distinct sections there that, you know, flow effortlessly between one another. Incredible performance from the guitarist, bass, and drums. The drummer being, if I'm not mistaken, Kanami. No, not Kanami. Kanami is the lead guitarist. Akane is the drummer, right? The double kick technique is absolutely phenomenal. Like just rolling between those 30 seconds and 16ths like that so effortlessly with the different grooves. The triplets as well, tremendous. The rhythm guitar parts are so strong as well from Miku, and like Kanami just absolutely assassinates those lead parts there. Just there's so much joy though at the same time, you know. There's so much joy in this performance. They all look like they're having such a great time. Even Misa on the left side there, everyone's interacting with one another. There's such phenomenal chemistry, and there's all this room for people to appreciate, but they still also make it catchy. They show themselves creating a really serious, well thought out, well produced song, but they're just having such a good time as well. And yeah, it's awesome. Thank you to BAND-MAID Fan ATL for that request. I really appreciated that. It's great to hear other instrumentals as well. So without holding back, where is this? Without holding back. That's good. What do we have next? Just gonna check through chat to see if there were any chat. Yeah, I think Moratorium Polska Bob is literally going to be next, so that'll be good. Spider-Hands Productions, you're an expert on Notepad. Thank you. Still got room to grow, but we're getting there. Sup, Michael Fortner, welcome to the live stream. If I haven't said hello already, yeah, we can't do links in chat. That's true. Dave says they keep some instrumentals and Miku lead songs in the rotation so Psyche, not Psyche, Psyche can take care of her voice and use the bathroom. And I think that's really important because in this style of music, if you don't take proper care of your vocal cords, if you don't stay hydrated and do that kind of stuff, you're going to ruin your voice. And I'm glad that they're being responsible with that. That's fantastic. The Flying V is phenomenal. That Flying V that Miku has is tremendous. I really want one. Didn't Konami write this as a practice song for different so that Miku could practice diminishes, as she calls it? Ah, was it diminished in the chord progressions or something like that? Battery Live, thank you, Polska Bob. We'll add that as well. There we go. Video, Eric Dane, welcome to the live stream, says there is a video of him and Lee auditioning for BAND-MAID on this song with Miku and Konami. That's dope. Yeah, that would be interesting. Herman Lee would have been quite impressed, I think, especially considering his work with Dragon Force. Days Knee, I think would be both be long. Gonna just I think of them as Dave says, I think Sup Dean. Welcome to the live stream. Dave says, I think of them as a prog band and they have catchy vocals to distract you from it, keep it accessible. Yeah, exactly. That's the secret, right? A lot of metal bands, including BAND-MAID, have realized that you can do whatever the hell you want as long as you keep it interesting, right? How long are you going to do live until we finish requesting? I have to cook at some point. It's 4 o'clock here. It's 5 o'clock here in New Zealand. And I'm definitely going to go for another hour. But I may have to cut things off like after that. We'll see how it goes. We're just going to do at least 2 hours of these requests as well. I just wanted to make sure if we, that we get as many tracks as we can done before with today, just so that people get the songs sorted, Okay. Moratorium next. Bama, you could be right, as I didn't see her playing any. Thank you, DNF. That's cool. And again, I'm not doing repeats today of tracks in live streams just so that we can definitely get through as many different songs as we can. I'll put Endless Story in case. Thank you. Hi, Dun. Welcome to the live stream. Hopefully you're doing well. As Old School. Hello to you too. Says, am I the only person who thinks the beginning of Moratorium is pure rockability growing up and evolved? I'm not sure, but we've got Moratorium now. So that should be good. So let's find Moratorium. And then we have the fabled song from Polska Bomb. I swear, it's so hard. It's so hard, man. It's just, come on. There we go. Thanks. I've got a camera in front of the check. Thank you. We got this song. We got Moratorium now. Make sure it's a live version for Endless Story. Thank you. Live at Zep Tokyo. Let's go. Let's do. So this is the live version.
Working with the Coca-Cola Foundation since 2019 to remove marine litter from our waterways.
Oh, Polska, your track is after this. Polska, your song is out. Your song is literally after this. If you have to go, bye. Yeah, there we go. Just so you know, it's literally after this. You can see your name down there. Good. But this is Moratorium. They really can play just as well live. Of course it is the same song. It's Moratorium live. Yay, everyone. It's a good song. Thank you. I just realized that. Yay, awesome. Everyone wins. Everyone happy. Yay. There we go. That rhythm section is so groovy, dude. on the crowd so into it, dude. And then double kick build up, well done. They're having such a great time, man. Excellent. Fantastic gig. Fantastic live concert. This was recommended or requested by both BM4 Life as well as Polska Bob. So thank you to you both for your recommendations for Moratorium, the live one. And Zip, I appreciate that. We finally got there. We got to Moratorium. Now, I'm not sure what this track was about. I'm going to quickly Google what a moratorium is. A moratorium is a legally approved period of delay in the payment of the debt or a performance of the duty. So it's basically talking about the time which you have to do duties or like the payment of a debt or something like that. I appreciate that. It's good times. It's good times. I think that it sounded like Baby BAND-MAID were having a moratorium with the crowd there. There was just such phenomenal chemistry. And like the interaction there, getting the crowd to sing along to the track there. I think that Dave mentioned something about, incidentally, taranai means it's not enough. Psyche says that a lot of the crowd isn't being loud enough, and it's in their lyrics like, yeah, well, the crowd were being very loud here. They were really into it. I think that testament to the quality of the music and the live performance is the fact that the people listening to it are just so into it. They're complete. They know all the words. They're just having a great time. And BAND-MAID, all the wonderful musicians on stage, they seem like they're having a great time too. So aside from the charismatic vocal performance there and everyone getting into it, I think it was just a really tight track there, which had, again, these interesting sort of synth patterns that highlighted some of the words in the chorus. There was a nice unison with those bits in the harmonies. I appreciated the variety of different sort of rock and bluesy scale-ish kind of rhythm parts there, kind of tying together with a separate kind of palmuted kind of more staccato bits there on the rhythm guitars there. The drummer, again, flowing between sort of single and double kick patterns there with the very sort of cymbal grooves. And it's just a great display of different chops there, and again bass as well, and the low end there sticking things in and keeping things consistent there. There isn't always a bass solo in each track, but when there isn't a bass solo, we're still keeping things strong, keeping things tight in that low end there. I appreciate that. It's awesome. Really great track. And I think this is a song where you'd probably get more if you understood all the lyrics like in your native tongue, but either way, I enjoyed listening to it. It's got like all these tracks had a solid groove to it. But yeah, Thank you. I appreciate that. That was another awesome song. So what do we have? Wow, we got here we go. So I think you guys seem to like Moratorium, and it was good to watch the live Zip Tokyo one. Dun Dun says, just got back home after watching the new Alien movie. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Is it worth watching the Alien movie? DNF says, 1 a.m. here. I have a tea time in 6 hours, but I'm going to hang out for a bit. Thank you, Dean. I appreciate that. We will try and get through as many tracks as we can today. Becca says, I only play mini golf. Well, hopefully you enjoy it. Mini golf's good times. And yeah, we love our emojis. BM for Life loves their emojis, and that's all good with me. I didn't realize there were that many emojis, to be fair. Dun Dun says, think about doing the documentaries at some point in the future. I don't want to commit to that. Like, I might check them out on my own time. I'm just not sure how I'd be able to sort of like have them as like a YouTube thing, because I know that like you kind of got to find some way to like review it, right? So the way I kind of get away with sort of checking out these tracks is I also offer my thoughts and sort of feedback on them. I like review the songs, but with a documentary, it's more you'll watch. It's a difficult thing to do in the same aspect. We'll see. I might watch them on my own time. We'll see how it goes. Dan Nelson says, hi Dan Nelson, if I haven't said hi already, hope you're doing well. My BAND-MAID top 10 folder is about 280 songs now between studio and live and acoustic. They have so many tracks. That's awesome. And thank you, Dean F, for your super chat. I really appreciate that. To find my request, search on First MC and I Can't Live Without You. Cool. I'm going to keep a reminder of that. Miku would be a shortstop talking about baseball. That's cool. My recording is 36k views, a great moment. That's good, DNF. That's awesome. They make a point of adding some crowd participation parts where they're just la 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 or whatever, so you don't need to be a Japanese speaker to participate. I think that's great. I think it's so cool when you offer the opportunity for people to just kind of like sing over it, kind of sing along, and it's just clever. You know, if you're not playing to the crowd, you're playing with the crowd, and I think that's dope. That's dope, man. Classic formula, nothing groundbreaking, but a fun watch. Steve, thank you. It's a fun it's fun to watch these BAND-MAID videos. To be fair, it's good to see all different angles. Stephen Clark says 7:30 here in Turkey. So glad I found this stream. BAND-MAID are the best. They are great. They are a great band. I always kind of get concerned and a little bit self-conscious when I try and do these kind of live streams where they're themed, because I want people to understand that the only reason I'm doing this is because I also like him. I think that if you were to stream music that you didn't really like too much, it wouldn't really come across as authentically. You know what I mean? So I want you guys to understand that I'm listening through this stuff because I also enjoy it. They're a great band. This is the kind of music I grew up with. And it's so cool, man. Like, it's so cool. There just weren't as many lady metal musicians back in the mid-2000s, you know? But this is from David Penny. And this is titled Corallium. Come on. There we go. We did it. Thanks for your request. Excellent. Corallium. It's live at Shibuya Eggman.
This connection to the ocean. Seeing places totally devastated by the amount of plastic is heartbreaking. Sea Cleaners has been working with the Coca-Cola
Straight into the rhythm section. It's a very busy track, but I think it does work. Shred. Beautiful tone on that lead guitar as well. Oh, fantastic. So tight, man. So tight. Well done. Incredible effort. So, like, I think a lot of what I appreciate about Corallium that was live at Shibuya Eggman, thank you to David Pinney for putting that track forward. That crowd of 200 got a show of a lifetime, dude. It was a tremendous performance from everyone involved. It was mixed and mastered really well. Like, for a small venue like that, all the instruments in the mix sounded incredibly crisp. It was really professional. I'm really impressed with the quality of the actual studio production within this. The vocals are tremendous from Saiki. I think that if I'm not mistaken, Miku might have also been involved. There were parts as well there. Great sort of chemistry between the vocalists and the band, but also the work on the rhythm, lead guitars, bass, and just great as well. I appreciate the fact that we managed to get such a busy sounding like lead guitar section in that chorus section along the longer held notes from the singers. I think that that's a difficult thing to do. The reason I said the track was busy is because there is a lot of different intricate little components moving around between, again, the rhythm, lead, bass, and drum sections, but they managed to integrate it, and that's one of the strengths of BAND-MAID. And they're really good at finding a way to make all those factors coexist and amalgamate. And I love it. There's a million and one ways you can overcomplicate a piece, and they avoided it. They avoided it here. I think that another thing I appreciate about the track was that interlude section near the end there. I think that when things came down and things were a little more sultry and kind of like a little mysterious, there was just a great kind of bit of dynamic range there coming down from the intensity of the full bore kind of chorus section there. Switched the track up really neatly, gave a sense of intrigue that is something that is translated regardless of whether or not you're familiar again with the language and everything like that. And there are also I mean, I'm not a singer. I'm sorry. I'm not a singer, but like just the vocal melodies, they weren't just words all the time. They were ones you could hum along to as we were talking about previous tracks there. They're just, it was cool, man. A lot of so great stuff to appreciate here. And I enjoyed the fact that they, again, whether it's a big or a small venue, they absolutely nail the live stuff. They put their heart and soul into it. Great great performance. Thank you to David Penny for that. What have we got next? You guys, I'm going to check the chat as well in a moment. We've got Corallium. So we've got a few tracks today. We're going through like 8 songs today. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Becca says Psyche is great front woman. Absolutely. Dazed and Confused says the acoustic version of Corallium is so different. Yeah, I can imagine it would be. I'm trying to imagine how they'd do that, but it would be very kind of tricky. This is my favorite BAND-MAID track just because of how playful it is, says Dave. I didn't like it at first, but after the initial shock, it really grew on me. Yeah, I can understand that. Becca, Roger Chance says, Becca, the pigeons have all voted and we would like for you to join us. Is this this Discord thing you guys were talking about? That's kind of cool. It's from the Eggman concert, Becca. By guessing you're kind of crunk at the moment. Hey, absolutely getting crunk. Talking with those beers, man. That's cool. All 3 shows I've been to smaller venues, 1 to 3K. I think there's like benefits to bigger and small venues, you know. It's great when you can get a bit of sort of like one-on-one time with the bands, but also the energy of a 10,000 person crowd can be pretty wild, eh? Yeah, you guys I think I've like you guys just vibing with the it's good fun. You guys having fun. It's awesome. Good to see you guys having fun, man. That was Corallium anyways, right? What have we got next? This is from BAND-MAID fan ATL, and I did not scuff the notepad stuff. Awesome. So BAND-MAID fan ATL has requested Daydreaming for the next track. So that's cool. We're going to do that now. We're going to go for the official music video. Primarily because if this stuff gets if this stuff gets monetized, like this stream will get monetized because I'm using content from their music, right? But I want them to get the if there's going to be ads, I want them to get the money from it, if that makes sense. Oh, gorgeous. Oh, beautiful, man. The ambient elements with the delays are kind of cute as well. Fantastic guitar harmonies within this part as well. Fantastic. That's awesome. Well done. Thank you very much. Just make a note of this here. Just want to make a note of this here. Here we go. Here we go. Just while I remember. That there was an absolute classic. That there made me very, very nostalgic. Thank you to BAND-MAID fan ATL for that request of Daydreaming from BAND-MAID. It made me nostalgic for a lot of the J-rock that I was into in the late 2000s, early 2010s. Primarily because of just, again, the tones. Like, there was a Mesa Boogie triple rec in that video, a guitar amp. I have one. I have one of those Mesa Boogie triple rectifiers, and they are amazing guitar amps, and that tone is distinct. And we're talking about instruments here, but there's this, even though there are all these instruments and these amps that I recognize, there is this tone from BAND-MAID that is so timeless, regardless of whether it's their earlier stuff, like 7 years ago, I think this track was. This might have been earlier pieces. They slammed it in this. It was such a well-written song with so much depth to it. The vocals were absolutely stunning there. We had such power and intent behind it. We were wanting to sort of like make our way through this and incredibly it sounds like it's such an important piece to them. There was an elegance and sophistication to not only the way that we sung, but the vocal melodies and the harmonies as well within it. But it was also the guitar parts. Like, clearly the solo that we had in that later stage was absolutely phenomenal. Really well voiced, lots of range with the rhythm part, like the rhythm, the phrasing of it, but also just the power and the force and the how clean it was really impressive as well. But also a little kind of tippy tappish delay reverb takes on the arpeggiated guitars in the background as well. It was dope. I like that. It's a song where we put extra effort at not just playing rhythm and lead parts, but we added a sense of ambience behind it, and it made it sort of far more it gave it in essence dimensionality. The bass and drum parts are incredible as well, but it was more focused. I think it was vocal focused, whilst also just providing. Yeah, I would say it's vocal focused with enough room for the other musicians to shine. It was more of this is a story we want to tell and we want to put it forward track, and it's very well handled there. I'm really happy to have had the chance to listen to this piece. It is different to some of their later stuff. I think the other later stuff is a bit more kind of like a little more sort of progressive some of the later stuff, but I appreciate that this is more sort of traditional, and I think it was well voiced and well handled. So they can handle the more sort of classical traditional stuff. They can handle the kind of crazy stuff as well. It's all good. But again, thank you to BAND-MAID fan ATL for that. I appreciate it. I'm just going to check through the piece. Becca, check your Discord. We're talking about the Discords. That's cool. Glad to hear that the Maniacs always like to have fun being for life. That's great. Thank you, Becca Noib. I appreciate that. And the acoustic performance of this was epic. Good to know, David. I appreciate that. Yeah, yay. It's nice to know that people are watching the live stream. That means that people are having a good time checking out the BAND-MAID. I'm having a good time checking out the BAND-MAID. Thank you to everyone, by the way, so far for not only being here for the live stream, but also for requesting these songs. Because honestly, I'm glad I've gone through this journey with BAND-MAID. They're a phenomenal band, and I just wouldn't really have known which songs to check if it wasn't for you guys, so I appreciate that. Devin Galloway, hi Devin, how are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. We will do manners if we have time. Devin Galloway says Afterlife as well. We'll add that. Here we go. I hope Psyche starts play keys at all the shows. I think that piano is a fantastic thing for BAND-MAID. I really appreciate when it's there. It's not a necessary thing. They are more than they're very adept at making it so they don't need more instruments. But like if they want to add keys, I think that's great. BM for Life says the video was shot in a location in Taiwan. It's a cool location. A lot of these videos are really well shot. I'd be interested to know who actually did the videos for BAND-MAID, because they clearly know what they're doing. Devon's sup, D-Woo? How you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Devin Galloway says Psyche's voice live is as sharp as a razor and smooth as silk. That's awesome. You have a Guitar Hero guitar? Dude, I also have a Guitar Hero guitar, Becca. Do you like Guitar Hero? Guitar Hero is awesome, man. Some say Kanami channeled the Edge with her playing on this one. Yeah, I would get behind that. Yeah, I would say absolutely. I wanted to say a bit of U2, but I feel like it's kind of, you know, I didn't want to be too sort of on the nose with it, right? I like this reactor. He's not referring every song to anime. Yeah, thank you, BM for Life. Yeah, I literally just want to understand this music and enjoy it with you guys. So I appreciate that. I don't know how I would relate this to anime. I could imagine this being an opening song for an anime, but I also feel as if there's more to it than that. The Edge learned to play that way from Konami. He had a time machine and went to the future and stole Konami's technique. Well done, Dean. I appreciate that. I also want to mention D-Woo. I think they're one of the people that first got me into BAND-MAID. So if anyone here is wondering how I came across BAND-MAID, if that's been a question that's been on your minds, you can thank D-Woo for that. They're one of the people that also helped me to get into BAND-MAID initially. So I appreciate that. Dina makes perfect sense. There's 79 people watching now. Hello, everyone. Hopefully you're having a great day. I'll get into the next track right in a moment. Noise CK rock ballads type about us are memorable. I will add that to here. A second band memorable. BAND-MAID community Discord. Absolutely Roger Chance. If you guys want to check out the Discord, feel free to check that out. I'm sure it's legit. Thank you, Stephen Clark. I don't know if you've done it. Joined late. Smile live is so beautiful. Please add it to your list. Thank you. Yeah, credit where it's due. I like to make sure if people if people request music and that you got to mention it, right? So just to confirm, so far the tracks we have reviewed are Bubble, Blooming, Start Over, Flying High, Influencer, Without Holding Back, Moratorium, Corallium, and Daydreaming. And so we are on to what are we up to? Daydreaming. Warning! So this is from David Penny. Let's go. Let's do it. Warning MV. You can do it. Yay! I think we're good, right? Does that say David Penny? It does. I'm not typing there. Here we are. Awesome. I'm just going to quickly change my camera battery. I'll just be right back. Yeah, we'll do it after this song. Okay, if you guys see the thing go blip, 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 my camera battery, if it does that, it does, it does that. Anyway, this is from David Penny. This is Warning.
Welcome back to this US Open office plan.
Next song.
Miller just lobbed a message way over Jones's head using some technical jargon.
Ooh, and Jones brings the heat with a per my last email. Advantage Jones.
Looks like
Let's go. Let's do it. Warning. Woo! It's so groovy, man. just the speed of it, man, and the way it's so tight with the performance. And that fill. That was a thoroughly overwhelming experience. That was phenomenal. Thank you to David Penny for that track there. I adore it. That would be an amazing song to see at a concert. The sheer speed of that, the intensity, the energy behind it was absolutely intoxicating. That was warning. Like, holy crap. It was just so sick. There was such anthemic melodic leads from the main lead and backing vocals, like, because I think that if I'm not mistaken, we had Saiki doing a lot of like the main lines, singing in as well in English, which was fantastic. It was cool to get those words through clearly. But it was also just that I think we had Miku going like doing like a melody in the background of that, kind of going up and down with like the movement of it with the different rhythm guitar parts, and it's just such great layering there in the harmonies alongside the guitar parts there, which were just again they were also anthemic. You had such well-rounded lead lines there. That was so full of joy and vigor. There was some serious stuff that we were talking about in the track. I need another go through the song to really sort of like figure out all that it's about. Just trying to absorb everything within this track at once is quite a lot. But there was such just the speed of it, the tempo was perfect there. The galloping that we had in the verse sections on the drums there, the movement with like the singles, the kicks and snares and all that, just awesome. And I honestly think this is the first time. I think this is the first time that no, it's not the first time with BAND-MAID, but it's like, how do I describe it? Just really quick, because I know we're going to move on to other tracks. This is pretty close to a 10 for me, this particular song. There's just something about how it made me feel there. Just how many little kind of boxes it ticked, the constant movement between different sections there, the excitement, the attention to detail with all the little sub-layers stuff, the distortion in the vocals, the changes of textures and stuff like that. There was so many cool ideas within it. And the studio production, the recording, mixing, mastering is fantastic, and the music video for it was astonishing as well. You know, it was just so many great ideas, and I think it's not just a really phenomenal instrumental performance technically, as well as the chemistry between the band members being astonishing, but it's just also that again they managed to put all that in there and make it cohesive and make it sort of catchy as well. There was a heaviness to it, but it built you up, even though there was some dire stuff they were discussing. Yeah, it's great. It's awesome. It's awesome. They're cool. I feel it was one thing I didn't realize it was time. It's okay. It's alright. Honestly, like that was a cool song. I feel like I didn't do that one justice, but nonetheless, I think I just need more time with that one to really figure it out. But thank you, David Pinney, for requesting "Warning" by BAND-MAID. Hopefully you enjoy the concert, Dwoo. That's exciting. I would love to go see BAND-MAID live. I think that'd be phenomenal live. Becca Noib, is he going to edit these into individual react vids later? I could, like, I feel like if I was going to edit these into individual videos, and I'll have to replace my camera battery in a moment, I feel like it might saturate the channel a little bit if I was to do them, like, all in, like, a week or something. What I could do is potentially do an edited version of the live stream that kind of has chapters for the tracks and stuff like that, and maybe upload it next weekend or something like that. I'm not sure. Figure it out. But I would be interested in maybe kind of just making it sort of like song focused and having like the song and then like the thoughts on it and then kind of doing song by that. So I might do that. Yeah. Dave says the long drum fill matches the contours. Yeah, the drum fill was sensational, dude. Just how how it was played. It was like a sub layer, but you followed it along through the stereo field like that. It was awesome, man. It was great. This is the song that got me. I feel that, Roger Chance. I feel that. BAND-MAID fan ATL says a thoroughly overwhelming experience. Welcome to BAND-MAID doing BAND-MAID things. Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, I haven't really seen many bands like this before. Spiderdance Productions, are you shocked that you have not found a bad... No, I think they're tremendous musicians. I'm not surprised that all of their songs are strong. I do prefer their heavier stuff and their more sort of like intense stuff and their more progressive stuff, that I appreciate that they also have range. They're now trying to do different things. It's really cool. I'm really glad you guys are getting to see them live. I would love to see them live. I think that was awesome, dude. 83 in chat. That's awesome. It's great that people are sticking around and checking out more BAND-MAID. I will play some more in a moment. See, I live in New Zealand, and I don't know if we're going to get a BAND-MAID concert. I might have to travel to see BAND-MAID, but like if I go back to Japan at some point, or if I like go to the States at some point where they seem to do gigs, I'll do that as well. That's great. Their Unseen World album might be your sweet spot. I might have to check that out on my own time, but we'll see how we go. I'm just going to quickly just change my camera battery. Back in a moment. Don't worry, guys. Back in a moment. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's do it. Are we back? All right, I got to do this. There we go. Be fine now, I think. Yay! Camera batteries. Gonna just quickly move my tablet. Okay. And are we good? Are we good in full screen? No, we got the green screen. Got to move that green screen over. There we go. All right, back to small. Next track. Let's do it. So this next one is from Becca Noib. Let's go, Becca. What do we got? Thanks for your request. I don't know if they played in Australia or NZ, but I would like to. I think it'd be cool if I would go to Australia to watch them if they went to Australia. I think that'd be my best chance. Thank you, BM for Life. I appreciate that. Yeah, there's a few toys around the studio, but I hope. Oh, hi, Jeremy Dawkins. Good to see a fellow Kiwi here. That's great. See you. Good night, Roger Chance. Thank you for coming along to the live stream. I appreciate your time. Thank you for hanging around and for checking out some BAND-MAID with us. Hopefully you have a great week coming up. And enjoy yourselves on the Discord. Good times. So we've got Turn Me On Live. Not on their official channel. It should be their first video. Okay, cool. Good. Turn Me On Live. Let's go. Live in Tokyo 2018. Yeah, good night, Roger. Have a good sleep, bud. Sweet dreams, dude. And thank you to Beck and Noib for this request. Oh, good. And we just build. That's cool, man. Awesome message as well, you know, like. Oh, that is kind of cute. Actually, yeah, no, it's cute. So tired though, man. Ooh. Hell yeah, man. That was cool, man. What a solo section, dude. Oh, wonderful, man. That was wonderful. Great time. Thank you to Becca Noib for putting this track forward. Title Turn Me On, live in Tokyo 2018. So let's talk about this one. I think that Turn Me On is a great track, partially because of the story there. It's about getting someone to accept who you are and kind of dismissing the push people have for you to be someone you're not. And just, it's so rock and roll to be like, nah, screw you. I'm going to be who I am. I don't need to be, I don't need to meet your standards. And to be honest, I feel like, you really wouldn't want to front with these ladies with that attitude. They're going to beat themselves and they kick ass and take names. And it's great to have such a dope time listening to that kind of story as well. Again, I think with the trade-off between like Miku and Psyche's parts there in the chorus section with that head thing there, it's like adorable, but it's not in the way where they're necessarily trying to be cute about it. They're very serious with what they're trying to sort of like tell you about, and you take it seriously. But it's also just, I mean, the bass playing was tremendous. That slap technique, dude. That bass was so good. I love that we're making the most of the bass guitar as an instrument within this. I love that so much. Misa is an incredible bass player. And whenever they get a time to shine, they do, like tracks like an influencer as well, right? And just, again, the guitar playing, the solo section from Kanami was just ridiculous. Like the use of like the arpeggiated triads and like and it's great solo playing as well there. It's like a staple for the genre. But we didn't just do that the whole time either. We had lots of different little lead passages there and we built up to that. And it was great. And of course, you had this sort of drum fill as well from Akane later on. And everyone had time to shine. Like, they're doing a lot of tracks there. But this was equally, I think, about the story as well as giving the other lead elements a piece there. And wonderfully intricate. Great use of 4.5 minutes. No filler whatsoever. And it was well mixed and mastered. Solid commercial grade live performance. So, yeah, thank you to Becca Noib for that track. I had a great time with it. We shall add that to the list of tracks we have listened to today. That's cool. So then what do we have next? Puzzle. We have Puzzle from hang on, I can do this. Going, yeah. There we are. Boom. Puzzle. Thanks for your request. And before I get into this, just checking out the chat. Yeah, I hope Roger has a good sleep. Here we go. Nice setup. What's the fan club for BAND-MAID like? Is it good? What happens in the fan club? Yeah, people are loving Misa's work here. Great work on that instrument, dude. Yep, awesome solos, absolutely. Solid rock song, absolutely. I think this would be one of the longer solos from Kanami, to be sure, Becca. I appreciate that one. Take Me Higher? Chan Fry is doing a frame count on all the solos as he goes through them. We'll see where this ends up. Ah, not on YouTube, sadly. What? Oh, okay. I Can't Live Without You, My Sleeper Fav. That's cool. They started the bass guitar solo thing with Thrill. Okay, cool. So they've been doing it for a little while. That's good. Miku didn't play guitar on the beginning of the band and had to learn on the job. And Misa kind of had to fill in the gaps. And I think that's influenced her style and how they use her as lead bass. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. That makes sense. Yeah, so when you're trying, that's why the bass is so fleshed out as an instrument. I appreciate that. That's good to know. It's good to know. So Puzzle, anyways, getting into it. Puzzle from John. Have I put John? Yes. Puzzle. BAND-MAID. Alright, live video. Let's go.
And welcome back to this US Open office plan.
Miller just lobbed a message way over Jones.
And thank you, El John, for your request. Oh, it's hella hitting their low end though. Ooh, that sub drop though. Oh. And that switch up there, nice. Well done. Woo! Excellent phrasing there. Ah, wonderful. They slammed it, dude. They slammed it in this one. Phenomenal. Yeah, no, phenomenal is a word I've been using a lot today because it is. Thank you, Little John, for the request for this track from BAND-MAID titled Puzzle. I know it's getting on in the live stream and maybe people weren't expecting to get some songs played. We've gotten through a few tracks today, which has been good. I think Puzzle, like what I was reading from the lyrics, it sounds like they're going through the real struggle with the previous relationship they were in, the person that used to be in their life, their own feelings of like where they're going, their dream, holding on to that, not wanting to let go, struggling to sort of like sleep through it, wondering when they'll wake up. It's interesting stuff. There was an expression within this from like the melodies of the vocalist, from Psyche, especially where it just seemed they were really going through it. And it was incredibly authentic. And I appreciate the fact that we showed that vulnerability on stage while still being so strong with how we were expressing it. We were powerful, we had stage presence, and it was just a tremendous performance on the mic there. I know that I think it was Miku, right? Miku was backing up on certain parts of the vocals with harmony parts there, but like, and they did a great job too. Don't get me wrong. It's just, I think, yeah, definitely the focus was on the story for this one, but we also had a lot of different cool ideas going on with the guitar, bass, and drums. I appreciated that the solo was a bit more melodic. It was a technically difficult one. It was quite impressive, but it was also more feel based there. We were trying to sort of carry the weight, I think, of a lot of the stuff we were talking about with the lead guitars. And I don't really think that we could have done anything to necessarily improve any of the elements within this. It was an anthem like a few of the tracks here. I'm starting to get a feel for the general direction. The song is about a woman in love with a married man. Thank you, BAND-MAID fan ATL. I appreciate that. I was kind of wondering. I just what I want. This is just what I want from bands like this. It sounded phenomenal as well in regards to the studio production for the live performance. It was commercial grade there. There was a bit of a bass resonance in the low end there. I wasn't sure if there was just a lot of bass from the bass guitar, if they were just in that low end there, or if there were deliberate sub drops in the choruses, but that was huge sounding. And it was almost like the words were adding depth, and the actual instrumentation was trying to add to that as well to kind of weigh you down like it's weighing the singer down. I mean, either way, I think it was really well written. It was a tight performance with lots of variation within the rhythms and harmonies and stuff like that, and they were tight, and there was chemistry as per usual because they know each other well at this point. And it was great to listen to. And the crowd was obviously vibing with it as well. Like the clapping section when things came down was awesome as well. It was great to just see everyone having a good time. So, yeah, well done. Thank you to Lil Jon for that. I appreciate that. It's just another stellar performance. I'm so glad they can play it all live because you don't always get that with bands that are phenomenal studio. You don't always get them being just as good live. But I feel like in a lot of situations, it's an even more intense, incredible experience, arguably. Jeremy Dawkins says, if you're going to do puzzle, you have to do the acoustic. I would love to do that. I don't think we're going to have time. I will talk about that more in the moment, though. Because it's already been 2 hours. I think we're going to do a few more. Taking Angus to school. Being for life. Miyu outdid herself on these lyrics. Yeah, Dan Nelson, they were incredibly descriptive, and I think it was an interesting story that we were telling there for sure. Songs basically one young solo. I think that's the thing for this. That's a good point, Becca. There's a lot of interesting lead lines going around behind it on lead guitars, but it's vocal focused at the same time. So even if there's all this incredible, intricate kind of string skipping stuff in the higher range of the fretboard, it just fits into that mid range so neatly. There is such clear and virtuosic understanding of where to put certain guitar parts on top of which bass parts and which drum parts, etc. They're very good. And I don't know how Psyche had those lungs in that tiny body. BAND-MAID fan ATL, it's impressive. They've just got solid vocal technique. Miku's backing vocals were great too. I'm glad that you got to see those shows, Devin. That's fantastic. I would like to took the rail or two. That'd be phenomenal. That'd be great, 93 watching. Hello to everyone watching. Hopefully you're having a great time. I'm not sure if we will hit triple digits, but I'm glad that we hit double, or that we got close. I appreciate it regardless. Either way, it's just good to be able to hang out and listen through this stuff. I enjoy it. So finally, Dave says, Psyche's great in puzzle. She trips over English interjections into lines sometimes, and puzzle's lyrics keep the English part segregated from the Japanese, so she really get into a flow. I think that's smart, because if you're putting them in between especially for people like me where we kind of need like better access maybe to the English parts to kind of understand what's going on. If you segment them, it's like, oh, this is the part that's the part I understand, and then you can kind of just like kind of groove along to like the melodies and the flow of the vocals and the parts you might not be as sort of familiar with. I think that's clever. Now, it is the 2-hour mark. Sup Shredders. We have time for 3 more songs. I'll do 2 more from the list. And then the final song will be the super chat from... Hang on a minute. I'm just gonna check something very quickly. Very quickly. I want to make sure of this. Yeah, this will be the last one for today. So we've got Dean's, that was a super chat, and I want to make sure that gets done. That'll be the last one for today. But we've got 2 more before that, okay? From Dean F. Yeah, we have time for 3 more songs. We'll pin this message. So 3 more, but it's been good to listen through the tracks we have today. We've done quite a few. That was Puzzle, wasn't it? No, I've already done that one. Where is the last one? Puzzle! Yay! Awesome. Yeah, I just want to make sure that we... Yeah, we go. That's good. All good, Dean. So we've got 3 more. The next one is from BAND-MAID ATL. Thanks for your request. And this is titled Sayonakidori, best live song ever, from BAND-MAID. You know what? I'm gonna go with the acoustic version. I'm not sure. Oh, hang on.
And we're back.
Hang on. No, this is live. We've got to do the live version. We specifically said we wanted the live version.
Connection to the ocean.
So we'll do the live version.
Totally devastated by
Thank you to BAND-MAID fan ATL for this request.
plastic is heartbreaking. Sea Cleaners has been working with the Coca-Cola Foundation since 2019 to remove marine litter from our waterways and recycle it.
Hey, Miku! Yay! Oh, we're doing the acoustic? Oh no, we're getting told to do the acoustic. It's okay. We're doing the acoustic. Don't worry. I get
Philly
it.
cheesesteak, Big Angus
All
from
right.
Carl's Jr.
It's
Sliced
okay.
steak, Angus beef, sauteed peppers, onions with cheddar cheese.
It's okay. We got the acoustic, guys. We're all good. Here we go. We're all good. Thank you. You're welcome. Sup, Alex Jones. Welcome to the live stream. That head voice is so gorgeous, dude. It's great to listen to an acoustic, eh? And the bass is phenomenal as well. Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate it. My heart remains entranced. Ah, sensational. Beautiful tone to the guitar as well, just before we get back into it, because that was a request from BAND-MAID fan ATL. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. This was Sayonakidori, a track which I understand I hesitate to be reductive about what the song is about. I want to say it's about the throes of like loving someone and the complexities and the memories you have associated with that person and things related to that. I think it's the way we sing kind of sounds a bit wistful, like we're looking back on something from afar and still kind of figure it out. I appreciate Miku's vocals; they are tremendous. They're so fragrant, and they're different to Psyche's in a way that I think they complement each other. There's a sweetness to this where it really suits the tone of their acoustic guitar. The fingerstyle bass from Misa, I think, is very important here because it softens the tone of the bass guitar, especially as they're using like more of a kind of a it's a more measured tone. It's not as aggressive with like the distortion on the bass and stuff like that. I as a take on the story of Romeo and Juliet. Thank you, BAND-MAID fan ATL. I appreciate that. I think it's a cool take. I think it's great that we're kind of making little kind of universes out of these and they're exploring their own takes on that. I think it's beautiful, it's well sung, and they have really solid vocal technique. In the mixed voice, apparently, as well, I was reading there. I will talk about that more when I look over the chat. But I think that the guitar parts are sweet. There's a great sort of tone to those open guitar chords there. Real kind of, it's a shimmer and a shine to the parts there. I think just the strumming works really well for it. We also again had a lot of exploration going on with the bass guitar. The bass did not just sit there on the low end, kind of rolling with the root notes of the chord progressions. They went up in the register and in the fretboard, and they danced around. They went back and up, and they slid back up and down, and it was very colorful with that bass guitar part. Again, I think we talked about good evening, Contradictions. Welcome to the live stream. Hopefully you're doing well. The title in English is Nightingale. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, BAND-MAID fan ATL. I think that the bass guitarists outdid themselves. They were exactly what we needed from like they did the role of like another guitarist, like an accompanying guitarist, as well as a bass player, and they just absolutely they found all the niches to go to, and they handled that well. I think the drummer as well, Akane, smashed things in that section as well. It was a bit more conservative and measured, and we weren't trying to be too sort of like wild with the different drum fills and patterns and everything like that. It was more about kind of playing nicely, I think, with the guitar and bass and making it more of a collaborative kind of effort. I was like, well, it always is, but what I mean is like they were just trying to pocket, I think, to a certain extent, allowing Miku's voice to shine through and be the focal point there. And Akane's backing vocals sounded great. I could hear it. It was very kind of soft. But I think that was kind of the tone we needed there. And I think it was nice to have that extra bit of depth to the backing vocals, to the overall sung parts there. And this is something that BAND-MAID does quite a lot, where they'll have the main vocal line, but then they'll have like notes sung in the background to create a sort of a chordal kind of pad effect that might otherwise be done by like a synth pad or something like that. But they have the main singer kind of moving forward with that, and they kind of they handle that well. It's cool. Really great song. It's great to hear a different side of BAND-MAID as well. They handle their acoustic stuff really well. It's a beautiful track. It's very different to a lot of their harder hitting rock stuff and metal stuff, but I nonetheless appreciate it. It shows their flexibility and their abilities and possibilities as musicians. Excellent. Thank you again to BAND-MAID fan ATL for that. We've got the second to last track today from Thelmamatic. But before I do that, just quickly checking out chat. Yeah, we found the acoustic. It's all good. Thank you for recommending that. I'm glad that we checked through the acoustic. It was cool. Pigeon Power. We did do the Zip of Moratorium BM for Life. Absolutely. Beck annoyed Misa playing lead bass. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it was great. BAND-MAID fan ATL to hear Akane sing on this one. They do make a lot. They make the most of that real estate, having 3 musicians there. And thank you again to BAND-MAID fan ATL for letting me know that is their mixed voice, that they've got that kind of range. Contralto to mezzo soprano is incredible. That makes more sense when we had that rise a bit later on. It's interesting not to see them in the maid outfit for sure. This is from the Christmas show of 2021. That's dope. That's cool. And again, thank you to Jeremy for subbing. Rare fingerstyle bass, absolutely. And thank you as well for subbing. Like, thank you to all of you who have subscribed to the channel. I appreciate the support. Genuinely. It's not the reason why I have been doing this, but I appreciate that you guys looking at this and thinking, hey, I might like to hear more. So that's cool. And good evening again to Contradictions. Akane is the drummer everyone is looking for, but nobody found. Yeah, Akane is an incredible drummer. They know when to pocket. They know when to make the most of the space they're provided. They're very flexible in that regard. And Dan Nelson finally says Misa's tone is always spot on. I think it comes from her production background. I wouldn't be surprised by that. Yeah, we do know exactly where to go. Like that makes total sense to me. So it's cool that they've got a production background, actually. But we've got Endless Story. BAND-MAID Endless Story Live. And this is from, again, Thelmamatic. Have I written that in here? I have not. Thanks for your request. So we get to see Endless Story live. That's cool. Let's do it.
And welcome back to this US Open office plan.
Miller just lobbed a message way over Jones's head.
みんなと歌いたいねって言って広い会場でみんなと大合唱したいねって歌った。そのために作った曲は一緒に歌ってくれる？声聞かせて。
Such great. I'm getting chills from that, man. And the bass playing is phenomenal as well. And the lead on top, man. Oh. Ah. Amazing. That was incredible. Oh boy. You guys were talking about tearing up. Thank you to Thelmamatic, by the way, for requesting this the Endless Story live video. I adore it. I tear it up, man. I tear it up. Did it get blocked? It's okay. Um, yeah, it'll be okay. It'll be back in a moment. I'll give my thoughts on it, like, when we get back there, okay? It's all right. We're all good. Yeah, you guys good? Yeah. It's all right. We good? Let me know if you can see me. That way we can continue. It should be fine soon, though. Yeah, we should be good in a moment. Yay! Yeah, it was Endless Story. Basically, Endless Story got the live stream blocked. It was just that end part, I think. We're back. We got one more. One more song. One more song. Sub Devin Galloway. one more song. We got to do Dean's song before we go. But that was good, though. That was Endless Story. I'm going to get my thoughts on that before we move on to the last track for today. Endless Story was phenomenal because the story was about their kind of continued journey, their like passion for music, their love for what they do. It was their just a purest expression, I think, as well, of their gratitude to the fans and everyone else that had supported them over the years. It was an incredible song. Endless Story, it's just, there's something really pure about it. Like the vocal harmonies, whoa, or whatever that melody was, right? That they can sing a lot better. It was so gorgeous, and that they were trying to create this sort of aesthetic, this environment with the different guitar, bass, and drum parts there. where like we had some sort of leady guitar bits here, we had some bass and some drum parts there. Clearly they all played well together, but it was more about sort of celebrating the story that they were telling there. It was more about there were moments where they sort of took to appreciate the crowd and sort of like directly interact with them, which I was cool. So I think it was honestly more than anything, it was a time for them to sort of come down after what had been quite quite a concert by the looks of it, and to just again show that gratitude and to let them know they're going to continue, but they're thankful for having that time to do that. It's an awesome like live performance. So I think that what I will say about this is they can not only do progressive kind of metal kind of stuff, or like acousticy sort of like softer stuff, or they can do kind of like poppy kind of piano related stuff, or they can do sort of like ballady kind of traditional stuff. They can also genuinely, authentically show gratitude for the life they have, the journey they have, the opportunities they have, and they just seem like they're such genuine people. And it's not just that they're incredible musicians; they're also great people. And their music, that sincerity comes through in what they're trying to put out there. It's an anthem, and the whole entire crowd can sing along to their vocal melody, and it's wonderful. So thank you to Thelmatic for putting this forward there. I want to like probably have another listen through it to kind of collect my thoughts, because I was tearing up. Like I was getting very emotional with this piece. It really got me. It really got me in the feels. But I'm glad that I had that journey with them. And we've got one more song after this, but this is one of my favorites for today, to be sure. Endless Story. So again, thank you for Thelmatic. Just going to check the chat before we go on to the next one. Dave says, this has been great. I'm really impressed at your ability to keep your thoughts so organized, saving comments for after the song are over. Yeah, it took me way too long to learn to kind of not talk until the song was over, but I'm glad that we've kind of getting there now, you know. Seems for you guys it was quite an emotional track again. Good thing I have onion rollovers in demand. Well done, Dan Nelson. To finish a 3-hour concert done, that's wild, dude. Good on them for doing that. And thank you for the sub, Albert Cornet. I appreciate that. Yep, Jap 2015, grown men cried. Albert Cornet said, this is why we love BAND-MAID so much. They added lyrics just for the show. That's cool, man. That's so special that they made this for that track. That's so cool. Scott, I wouldn't be surprised if this was an amazing on Blu-ray. Good on you for having it. And Becca Noib says, rare for band to care for fans as much as we care for them. Yeah, it is rare. And it's rare for when they say that for it to be authentic. So I'm glad that it is. Yeah. How dare they cut off Akane's influence? I know. They should have had the drums there, you know. That would have been great, but it's what it is. Scott says, Jarlton said that concerts are more fun than any other you'll ever see. Take notes, Swifties. It's a spicy statement, but I like it. I've never seen a Taylor Swift concert, but I definitely want to see a BAND-MAID concert for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I think that they did a tremendous job. Like they it's just there was human connection, right? What's up, Mr. E? Welcome to the live stream. BM of the whole package, absolutely. I'm glad he got to Endless Story after he's gone through a group of other songs first. I feel like it just doesn't hit the same if he did it right off the bat. Absolutely not. I mean, absolutely, should I say contradictions? I do agree with that. When I said absolutely not, it was because I was like, yeah, no, you couldn't really feel this way if you hadn't heard the other tracks first. Psyche was expressing their thanks to the fans. Absolutely. And I'm really glad that they were. We got one more song, though. This is from Dean F. MMP of BM, I did tell you to trade this the last song you played. Land. I've got to do this one. It's from Dean. I got to do Dean's one then. That's the last song for today. Dean time. So this will be the last track. This is BAND-MAID, First MC, and I Can't Live Without You. Let's go. Thank you, Dean. I appreciate it. Last track for today.
No MC.
Welcome back home, masters and princesses. We are BAND-MAID.
I love it. I love it so much, dude.
Oh,
Where's the right side?
I feel so happy, so proud. Thank you, Paul. I've been waiting for today, Paul. Paul, finally, we are in Washington, D.C. Okay, can you hear my voice, everyone? Paul? Oh, can you hear my voice, Mr. Lincoln? Mr. Lincoln? Paul? Okay. Let's make some noise to Mr. Lincoln, okay? Huh? No. Still small voice. More, please, okay? Make a special day today, okay? Okay, let's get started, Paul. ようこそバンドメイドのオッケージへ
I just realized that I think Dean also uploaded this just before we get into this. So shout out to Dean for that. Oh, look at that. How are you right up front? They're so tight live though, man. Like, I know I keep saying that, but like, it's just. Wonderful. Great camera work as well. Wonderful. Awesome. Well played. That was tight. Thank you to Dean for putting forward this final track for tonight. It's the first MC in I Can't Live Without You at the DC show. I think that this was a solid track to finish with. I totally understand why people felt that like in the story would be a good one to finish with. It was the like as if it was the last one, but like for most concerts. But I'm glad that we heard this, partially because, if nothing else, it was great hearing Miku interact with the crowd like that. I like the fact that they got the crowd hyped up. It felt like a show. And I appreciate that, because if you go kind of balls to the wall immediately, sometimes it takes a little while to get the crowd excited, you know, even if you are a big band. But they're kind of saying, like, they're saying hello to Lincoln, and like the noise comes up and everything like that. And it's just really smart. And also, I think just Miku is charismatic as well. They have great stage presence, and like this is a great sort of like level of communication they have there. It's very well spirited. And then boom, Psyche comes in, takes Rain as the leads. We got the bass, drum, guitars, and everyone's sort of like playing along, singing along, and it's a good time. And people are just enjoying it. I think that Psyche's vocal performance here was solid. I think that we had our vocal technique handled well, and we were nailing those notes. We've got a lot of oomph behind those, a lot of grunt, but we handled that well. And I think that you know, we harmonized really neatly amongst the different guitar, bass, and drum parts. There were some interesting sort of bluesy riffs that we had throughout there with the rhythm parts there, and the solo section we had complemented that really nicely in a mid to high range. The bass on the low end was just tight, and I've said tight a lot, was stumping along, had a great presence within the actual arrangement itself, and made the track very, very full-bodied. And ultimately, you just have things, again, as per most of the other stuff I've listened through, in fact, all of it, basically, things are nicely niched in the frequency spectrum. There's no weird resonances. And you effectively have guitar, bass, and drum parts that are self-aware of each other. The drums are incredibly tight, well-matched as well. Great sense of pace with it. Some interesting sort of chromatics and sort of bluesy bits with the scale shapes and modes within this track, but not to an extent where, like it made sense for the genre and style of music we were doing. And the transfers between sections, as per usual, were well met. And I think that it was just nice again to hear Miku. You dare the whole package. It's the whole package, basically. BAND-MAID are the whole package. If nothing else, just frig into the conclusion section, and we finish the live stream for today, because it's gone a bit longer than I thought it would be. And I'm okay with that. It's been great doing extra songs and learning about more tracks. I'm glad that we did. But it's been awesome to see all the different angles of BAND-MAID and what they've been able to sort of like do, and they just seeing them on a phone camera, getting the crowd perspective, getting the audience perspective from DNF was icing on the cake there. Knowing that you just right there up front, they're just playing, they're just as good at live as they are in the studio, if not better, and they just nail it. Thank you, Dean. I appreciate that. Just going to quickly go through the chat before we continue. Our BAND-MAID fan ATL was in the balcony. It's great. Welcome. Hopefully you had a good time at that concert. I love this. Steven says, I love this song. I'm surprised Psyche doesn't blow a gasket. Yeah, it's hard vocally, but they nail it. Thelmomatic says, I cried to the song a lot. Give me a lot of goosebumps. Thank you for the song. You're welcome, Thelmomatic. I appreciate that. Did an epic US tour 2 years in a row. I wouldn't be surprised. I would love to see them tour, man. I'd love to see a gig of theirs. There was also Psyche's new outfit is nice, but I miss those boots. I like the outfits. I think that they're really cool. I think that they really go into the whole BAND-MAID, the maid aesthetic there, but they're metal as hell, and it's sick, man. The vibrant roses in a headpiece too. Yeah, they were cool. I saw that in the Art for Conqueror, if I'm not mistaken. The roses. Psyche killed it absolutely. Never the same set list. Good to know, BAND-MAID fan ATL. I appreciate that. If you want to hear all the BAND-MAID song live, you have to travel with them. It'd be great. It'd be great to travel with them. I'd enjoy that, man. just I'd like to see them do their different songs. I mean, nothing weird. Scott Drone says it's past time for Kanami to be recognized among the guitar greats. She's brought that fire back in the rock music like Randy Rhoads did back in the day. I would agree that they're a phenomenal guitarist. I think that I can understand the parallel there. I listened to the Randy Rhoads solos that I've heard, and I listened to Kanami's. I can understand why you're saying that for sure. BM for Life says, thank you for the stream, more BAND-MAID streams. Absolutely. We'll definitely do another BAND-MAID stream at some point, seeing as you guys really enjoyed it, and I would also like to hear more. I also understand there are a lot of BAND-MAID songs. We will see how it goes, though. We might do more BAND-MAID next month, but I'm also thinking of exploring other bands that people have mentioned, like Warning, and there's a few others. But for sure, and if nothing else, we'll definitely be doing some more BAND-MAID-ish kind of stuff before Christmas. I know you guys have talked about the documentaries and stuff like that as well. That might be interesting to check out. I've just got to figure out how to make that work. Oma Ginai Time Po, you're welcome. The best thing I ever recorded on my phone. Absolutely, Dean. Well done. Yeah, no, Dave did tremendously well with the confidence. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that confidence is important, though. People came to watch you. You got to engage, and they do that in spades. BAND-MAID fan ATL, thank you for the stream. Looking forward to the next one. Thank you for coming along. It was great to do it. Mr. E, hello everyone. I'm looking forward to the live stream. I hope I've not missed much. It is the end of the live stream, unfortunately, Mr. E, but thank you for coming in and saying hi. I appreciate that. Dave says thanks for the stream. Thank you for the donation, Dave. Thank you both to Dave, BM for Life, as well as the other people who made donations throughout this live stream. I really appreciate that. It means a lot. BAND-MAID fan, Mr. E, you better run it back now. Yeah, you got about 2.5 hours to get through, Mr. E. MNP of BM, get the crowd fired up. You haven't seen half of BAND-MAID doing exactly. I haven't seen most of it, but I'm keen to check out more. Oh, that's so cool. Fans of the Maids also give each other fan-made goods at the shows as well. That's awesome, man. That's such good vibes, dude. Devin Galloway says, I saw Randy Rhoads. I'm very envious of you for being able to see Randy Rhoads, but I also appreciate the fact that we were able to that you were able to do that. I think seeing Randy Rhoads live would have been incredible. Wonderful musician. Sorely missed, you know. I think they passed away quite young, right? Which is a shame, but they made incredible work in their time. Thank you as well to M&P of BM. Thank you for the donation. I really appreciate that. I like the little cheerleader person going up and down. And Dave says we did 15 songs today. You could do like another 9 of these without running out of songs. Noted. And new album next month, apparently from CC. It might be good to check that out when it comes. But in the meantime, thank you to all of you who have put through tracks today. Who did we have songs from? We had Dazed and Confused and BAND-MAID fan ATL, Polska Bob, Alex, BM for Life as well, David Pinney, and Becca Noib as well, Lil John, and Thelma Matic, as well as Dean F. Thank you for all of your requests. I know a lot more were put through. And I did try to get through these tracks as quickly as I could with respect, of course. I don't want to rush tracks. I don't want people to feel like I'm not giving the songs the time they need to respect them. But I appreciate all of you for coming along to this live stream. It was great to listen through BAND-MAID stuff, and hopefully you guys have also enjoyed the videos. There are a few videos on the channel if you haven't watched the BAND-MAID videos, done reviews. But hopefully you guys have a fantastic weekend. It's Sunday here in New Zealand, so my weekend's almost over, but I'm sure a lot of you probably have a bit more of the weekend left, so hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully if it's late for you, you get some sleep and sleep well. If there is more BAND-MAID stuff on the channel, you'll find out by subscribing. Again, so please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed it. But I should also probably note that if there is if you want like a dedicated music video made, like a review of a BAND-MAID track, you can also go through the Patreon, as we do monthly custom music reviews for people. So if you're interested in getting like monthly music videos from BAND-MAID as well to go on the channel, you can also go through there, or you can just, donate as well, like just support the channel. Either way, it's fine. You don't have to. Just mentioning it here, as I don't really talk about the Patreon that much. But either way, have a fantastic time. Please remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. And I'll catch you guys in the next live stream. And yeah, I think I'm going to be checking out some more BAND-MAID in my own time as well over the weekend. But if there are videos, I'll let you know. And Spider Hands out. 3,